Yeah, okay. We're in the zone. How you doing, guys? Welcome back. Got some music playing for the atmosphere. You know, it's Mall on a Quiet Monday. A track by me. Yeah, really inspired by some of that more soft music, you know, that ambient. You just feel like you're walking through the mall, the shopping centre, back in the day. The ambient, quiet music playing in the background, you know. Anyway, the little experiment track I made before, you may have heard this and a lot of other tracks in my other videos. Listen, guys, I want to just say welcome, okay, to this video. In this video I want to talk about something, okay. I want to just quickly touch on a couple of things that I've brought up in the past, and I've also brought up again recently about society being totally fake. You know, what do I mean by that? When I say society is fake, and society is nothing more than a delusion or an illusion, both, you know. Basically, I'm not saying that there's nothing real about society. I mean, we are human beings living together, and however we are living, we're luckily existing as a human race. We are actually alive, you know. But the problem is, we create so much stuff that just doesn't exist. You can look at what I'm saying is, you look around you, the way people speak, the ideas that are, what's the word, projected, right? As David Icke once said about perception from projection. It's like we project our ideas, which are a lot of the time based off of fears, you know, the natural instinct to survive. But our minds have been shaped to believe in certain ideas, rights, wrongs, dangers, be they real or not, and then we start to project whatever information we can out, and we shape the world around us to kind of suit those needs. You know, it's like a company advertising for their needs. You know, they advertise to get people's attention. If you want a bunch of moths to come flying over, you put a bright light there, you know. But the thing is, a lot of people don't know what their needs are, you know, and I guess that's a good example. People are just like moths, constantly. Swarms of moths just flying into a burning fire, and that's exactly what the society is like at the moment. You've got it's like a candle, you know. It's like a candle that's burning itself away. You know, it's burning away the wax. You know, it's just literally burning away, speeding up the process, if you like, because we've been given this time to live on Earth. One day we're going to be dead, you know. Whatever is after it, who knows, heaven or whatever. But I'm just saying, you're here now, and people are burning their lives away. And at the same time, moths are flying towards you, you know, and killing themselves in the fire. You're killing yourself for them, and then allowing them to kill you. It's just on a constant downward spiral, you know, of death. It seems to be that most human beings aren't living to honour life and value life, you know, and really make it be. They believe in ideas that's going around in society that are supposed to be some good way of living. But to truly understand life, they're not on terms with that. They're not actually in awareness of nature and life itself. Who the hell am I to speak about this stuff and then turn the comments off, as I do on certain videos, right? I'm giving everybody a lecture, and I don't want to hear the other side, so to speak. You know, I've been questioned on this multiple times in the past, like why do I turn comments off? And I've seen other people leave comments on other people's videos too, asking, oh, why do you leave the comments off? You know, that's ignorant. And no, but the point is, you need to understand, right, that you don't know the actual point of doing this. Whatever you want to share on your channels, the same as these ignorant, you know, whatever it is in society, these ignorant organisations that want to put stuff out for their own benefits, you know. The thing is, right, I don't make any money from these videos, but any individual that puts information out, it's your idea, it's your own mind. You're talking with yourself anyway. Whenever you're talking to someone, you're talking to yourself anyway. So I'm just sharing my own viewpoints out. It's not to teach anyone and tell anybody that that's the way things are. I'm just saying how I see things. So you can, you know, it's not to say that, well, I'm telling people that you're wrong in believing in whatever you believe is real or not, or right or wrong or whatever. No, you're entitled to believe in what you want, so you don't even need to waste your time explaining to me how I'm wrong or this or that, because I'm not doing it like expecting people to take on board what I'm saying. I'm literally just speaking my mind in front of a camera here, and whoever agrees with me, let alone disagrees with me, even people that agree with me, it doesn't make a difference. I have my mind and you have your mind, and you see whatever you will as true. And the most important thing is, they said seeing is believing, but feeling is the truth, right? Experiencing is the truth. You truly need to find your way in life to find what's real and fake. Now, real is real and fake's fake, right? So, you know, real is the only thing that exists, fakeness does not exist. Therefore, you know, realness is the only strength, fakeness is total weakness. It just doesn't exist. You've got strength and weakness. Which one's going to win, right? Weakness is the absence of strength, the same way strength is the absence of weakness, you could say. And there's strengths and weaknesses in both, yeah, fair enough, but I'm just saying, strength, you know, and weakness. You've got something and nothing, basically. Now, I've been quoting this stuff for a long time, saying about the philosophy of yin and yang, yin and yang. That's what I believe in. It's what my whole life's about. Okay, basically, the Tao and all that. I'm very inspired by that Chinese philosophy, and I've always talked about that. I've always had this quote from back in 2008 or 2009 when I come up with this quote, and I said, "Everything is nothing, nothing is everything." Everything is nothing and nothing is everything. And I even wrote like a little mini book with like a little myself. I wrote a little book with like my own sayings and stuff. But it got to the point where not only did it not get too far, because that was basically ultimately the point right there. Later on I realised that that's exactly what I was studying anyway, the Tao, sometimes called the Tao. It's the Tao, okay, basically about yin and yang, so yin and yang in Mandarin Chinese. As a philosophy, okay, a book written by the ancient philosopher Lao Tzu. His name is Lao Tzu. The guy, he's you know, it's got nothing to do. It's not Kongzi, okay. It's not Confucius. It's Lao Tzu, okay. He was a great philosopher, and he's the one that inspired my life there, because he was someone who realised and recognised this thing, and he wrote a book called the Tao Te Ching. Okay, Tao Te Ching. Sometimes it's pronounced Tao Te Ching by Lao Tzu, but it's Lao Tzu, the Tao Te Ching. Okay, and this book basically talks about the whole concepts of yin and yang, yin and yang. Okay, and the philosophy of nature. When I say nature, I'm not just talking about trees and sunshine. I'm saying literally everything. You know, reality itself. The concept, the things we can't even, is totally irrelevant. It's totally not irrelevant. So not at all irrelevant. Everything's relevant, you could say. No, whatever. But it's like you know, it's totally it's not a human thought. It's not just about human opinions and human mindset and attitudes and human. It's got nothing to do with that. Our concepts of right or wrong and anything, it's regardless of anything, it just is everything beyond our five senses, beyond that, you know. the same way as a goldfish in a bowl can only understand its environment. It doesn't understand how our cities and internet and all that, right? Human level. So, we're talking about everything. Human, whether you're a human, whether you're an ant, whether you're a weed, a plant in a field, whether it's God, aliens, or whatever we're talking about. It's just anything, the universe, right? Everything, anything that can be. Basically. Apart from whatever is beyond we can't imagine, but if there is such a thing. But that's the thing, we're talking about endless possibilities, or at least the idea of that. But it's such a deep topic, so we can talk more about that in various videos anyway. I used to make a whole video series many years back. I made a video series, a couple of attempts at making the series. The first series was called Wilshire Richard's Life Philosophy, or Life Philosophy with Wilshire Richard, and I used to have a philosophy series I was making, philosophy talk videos I was making about different topics each time. It started off that they were about life and about how we connect with people and how we understand ourselves, and many different basic elements of like human interactions and activities in life. But then later on I changed the name, and it's like Life Philosophy with Wilshire Richard. Rather than just sharing my philosophy, it was just saying that here's some ideas, and I'm just looking at those ideas from my point of view. And then what happened though is it started to get deeper anyway into like that whole overall thing, and that's what this overall blanket thing, this whole spider web thing, if you like, this yin and yang basically is incorporated into everything. So it's much more deeper than just simple human thoughts and and attitudes. But human beings are extremely complicated in their way of life when it doesn't even need to be. We are much more simpler than the universe of everything, so to speak. But the thing is, but get back to what I'm saying though, people are straying away from being human is the ultimate point I'm trying to get at here, and it really scares me when I see the way human beings are just being dumbed down into nothing, because you just see people sitting there on their phones all the time. You may know people like that in your household. I sure as hell do. People that are just in the other room sitting there looking at a phone, like silent, and they won't talk. You walk past the door, they won't even greet you. The time, and there's a lot of people that are like that. They're just like literally zombified, staring at a phone. First of all, I don't even look at my phone all the damn time. I look at a computer screen, a big screen, and I'm doing good things, creating stuff, art and animation and good fucking stuff, excuse my language. But it's like, for people to just read whatever anyone else is posting and just looking at a little tiny phone screen like, brain dead, fucking locked in, excuse my language, but no, it's quite sad to see what's going on with humanity right now, and people in the world. I find a lot of people can't even speak properly. A lot of the younger generations seem like they're just dumbing down. Not everybody, but a lot of people I see are just like dumbing down everything. The language, trying to break it up, more and more slang and just chopping things up. This is the way forward. Everything's just chopped up, and they think everything's hip, and they're on the screen throwing up gang signs. What's up, YouTube? Hey man, welcome back with another video. Just checking my hair out, There's all this stuff, what I mean? Hey man, what's up? Check me out on Instagram. And you've got some loud fucking music playing over. I know I've got music in this video, like some relaxing music, but I'm just saying, there's people that have got this there's just people that are just like literally living in this fake world where they don't see anything real. It's all a big show, that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I got this new chain the other day, some gold chain around their neck, showing it off or something. It cost me $5 million. I know there's people starving in the world, and they're smoking weed and drinking alcohol and just stupid things that are just not good for you, I'm not putting you down, that's what you do. But the thing is, you've got to honestly understand yourself. People they're not even trying to really connect with themselves, let alone people. They just make videos for the sake of it. It's like, what the hell am I making this video for, right? But the point is, I do have to live in this world, and I'm sharing my ideas about reality. So let's cover it a bit more, right? You've got a whole society of people that are being dumbed down on technology. Now, technology is good depending on what you want to do, like tools wise, but you see, everything's being used as a tool. It's all about money. It's about money, business, ego. That's all it is. They just want to make more money, and they don't know what they want with it. I was talking about money the other day. Money is just a tool. That's all it is. Money. I wouldn't want loads of money. All I want is a roof over my head, the basics of life. Electricity, fair enough. Internet, a simple life in our home. Modern, life, but a bed, food, water, electricity, a way to wash clothes, food in my belly, food and drink. Internet, okay, computer, because I use that for. But beyond that, I don't want anything else. And really, the most important thing are just the basics: food and water and a shelter. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying. But there's people out there that have got the basics, but they want more and more. They just want so much. They want more and more money. They're thinking of a number. There's people working in companies now, and they're talking about how they're getting, how much money they got. They're boasting about it. They're bragging about money. They're talking about how they want to make more, or how much money they've spent. I can't imagine living on a bed, dying on my deathbed when I'm old. Let's say if I was old, lying there, I can't imagine just talking about money. I mean, a life spent worrying about that is just so pathetic. It is nothing. What is money? Money's a tool. You've got a spoon to eat with. You've got a key for a door, a pencil to write something. What do you want money for? To do something, right? But if money is just a number, like a point score in your mind, like you're playing some computer game and you want to get the higher score, higher and higher, and there's no end to it. You're just wasting time and racing to the end of your life, missing every moment you could make better. Talking about the future, how one day you want to do something, have a better career, business, or whatever it is, all this stuff. And in the meanwhile, a lot of people waste money too on things. They buy things just for that image. Fancy clothes or what's trending now. They'll spend money on what's hip to make them look like an important person. I don't care if it's a fancy suit, clothes, a car, anything that's just not necessary. I'm saying things that are not necessary. And it's like they don't care, and they're like just exhausted zombies. They're spending their free time on their phones, spend their free time smoking weed and drinking alcohol, spend their free time talking down about everybody and putting everybody down. It's up to them how they want to spend their free time, but they're not really at peace ever. They're just trying to do things to fill the space, chill out, but they're not really chilled. They want to go on holidays to spend money and that, but then they're complaining about that. Like I said, too many people are complaining about so much stuff. They're complaining about their whole lives. A lot of people are just complaining about everything. They're complaining about their loved ones, their families, their friends, their partners, their jobs, the workmates, the holiday they're on, the restaurant that they choose to go to, the clothes anything that they've paid for, the car, their pets, their everything around them, their house, whatever the hell it is, their schooling, their teachers. They complain about everything around them. It's like they hate their life, and they look in the mirror, but they hate the world, but really they hate themselves. That's what it is. And if you hate yourself, and you've got so much anger and horrible feelings inside you, that means that you're not dumb. That means you're smart enough to understand, intelligent, that you need to stop this shit, put down the bags of rubbish, and it means you want better. You might not know which way it is to go, but you know that the shit needs to stop. Right now, if your life's full of shit and negative crap, and there's no one supporting you either, or very little, then you need to make a change for yourself. The only one who can really do it is you. But all the while your head's, like how many times have you done it, sat there and watched it? Like you might be watching this shit right now, but you might be sitting there watching videos and stuff on YouTube or watching stuff, and you just literally, the time just goes by. Or you're talking about stuff or worried about what's going on somewhere or at work or whatever, and your mind's just literally taken away, and you could have done so much else. Now, work needs to be done. Money needs to be saved. Housework needs to be done. Attention needs to be taken for the home and the family. I understand all that. Okay, and you need to save money. You may even need to, do certain things. You may even need to be a bit fake in the real world. I know, like talking a certain way with people just to get by. But if you don't have a clear mind and see the truth inside yourself, then you're really going to be fucked up, messed up. And what you really need to do is expand your life, like make your life longer, make your life more healthy, get the fullest out of this one mind and body that you've got. Not me telling you, it's just what I feel, okay? Now, if you're happy just cleaning toilets for the rest of your life, or typing stuff into a computer, or being a road worker, whatever it is, and you don't mind working 6 or 7 days a week because you're getting a high pay and you can just get on with it, and to me it seems like an endless cycle of roboticness. But if you feel that that's just worth and it's okay and you don't mind and you have a smile and you sit down and drink a beer and you're laughing about it, it's up to you. Telling some dirty jokes with your friends and that's it, and maybe that's all that there is to it. I mean, I can't complain to a snail or to a dung beetle and say, hey man, there's more to life than this, can I? Because that's just what it is for them, and I'm not comparing myself to anybody, but I'm just saying people get so brainwashed. They watch whatever's in the media, they're just sucked into that, what's trending, what's important, they say hot topics now and all this crap, and then there's political correctness and all this bullshit. There's so much fake stuff. You can't tell the difference between what's fake and what's not anyway. And what about you? You so care about the world, but what about you though? If each human would care for themselves more and be more true, and then share a true message in their interactions with each other, not basing it on fear and competition all the time, just seeing humans as humans, the same as you are. You might be wearing whatever kind of clothes, or they might have whatever hairstyle. At the end of the day, it doesn't make a damn difference. The trees in the woods, the trees in the forest, they're not competing with each other. You're a human being. You was born as a baby, so was they, So, other humans. So, the thing is, how can you live to the full? You can always make a change. Look out there for different things that you could do. You might take up a different job and get a bit more free time, maybe for less money, maybe for more money, but you have a bit more free time to do other stuff. It's better to study stuff. It's better to put so much more passion if you can. Try and make time. It doesn't mean if it's 4 minutes per week, even I don't care, but put a bit of time in for your passion. Look to what you care about. Don't be embarrassed or feel that you can't say this, you can't do that, or whatever, anything, because of other people, or nobody else would do that. Do what you want. If you want to try and make a piece of music, or make some art, or make some music, try making a short movie, try doing any, I don't care what it is, programming a computer game, and go for it, man. You've only got one chance to live. The same way as these people that travel all around the world doing these vlogs, or whatever the hell it is, talking about the good and bad in the world and how they don't have much money but they spend it all the time anyway, but they're still making loads of money from people like us sitting there watching videos like that, and we're not making shit. I'm not making anything. I'm not making anything. I can't, because of my situation, I can't even earn money off of YouTube. And don't forget, by the way, I'm facing a possible death, don't forget, because of the hands of the UK government. So if anyone would like to send any donations, do leave a comment up. Leave a comment somewhere on my channel. I'll just say that, okay? I'm gonna get going now, but yeah, it's not me telling you that life's fake or your life's fake or the world around you is not real, and that's it. I'm just saying, right? This world is based on human beings putting out information, that making a society, projecting that, from which people are born into, and they just learn and take that in. But you've got to realise that that's been made by other people. You've got to start to think about what is really relevant to you. Is your mind literally chained and connected to all these different ideas all the time? How much stuff do you do by habitual fear? And you may be so confident as to not even recognise things as fear anymore, but there is a fear underneath it that's driving you to do things. The desire, because you desire to be successful in this area so that you're not a failure in this area. Not studying the failure to see what it means. There's people that have given so much energy and time up to be not a failure, to not be a failure in the eyes of the public. They believe that they've got to be someone in public, in society, and there's a certain way of being a positive, a successful person. You know what I mean? It's like a product of society. reality is you're a human being. Look at all the people that have created. The ones that, I mean, not just like that. I'm saying I look into things like good filmmakers from over the years, or writers, things like that. The imagination is worth it when you're free to actually really create. Not say do things a certain way that someone else has done, or because you have to, but you know, because or to just get people's attention. I'm saying, look, the way you feel about things, you know. There's people that have created works of art. There's people that work behind making these computer games and stuff, and they've got, you know, really good talent, some of these people. But what makes me sick is when I see all this propaganda and this political correctness, these brainwashing ideas that they're trying to put into like modern movies and some kids' movies and stuff. That pisses me off too. I'll leave that for another video if worth. But I'm going to stop this one here and say a big thanks for watching this one. I hope it's been a nice, clear... This one is a nice clear webcam video. I've got the webcam set up here. That's my microphone, by the way. It's not a mini robot's head. Talk to you again soon.